You can take a nap now. Can I talk about something that was embarrassing today? I sent out to 2,500 people instead of a public speaking workshop. It was a pubic speaking workshop. And one only responded and said, hey, I'm pretty sure that this is wrong, and nobody else. I have no friends.
I mean, honestly.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Ask Ashley Is This show. We talk about networking, tactical tips and practical takeaways, and some business questions that you came up with that I, hopefully, can answer. Our topic today, this isn't very, continuity is not really helping. I have a problem. You can put ice cream in it, the souls of your enemies in this too. So today's topic, we're gonna talk about something super sensitive sometimes, not sexist or the wage gap. Imposter syndrome. It's the feeling that you haven't earned your success, that somehow you got lucky, that you're a fraud or an imposter. Every single woman, because according to my research and science, 87% of women typically have this more often than men because, I don't know, maybe culture has told us that exact thing. Like, be skinny, eat healthy, and be superhuman. But, you know, let's just roll in figuring out that you're not worth any value when you run a business. So with imposter syndrome, it's really important to understand that it happens to everyone. Every single person that goes through this situation is coming from a place of them not feeling that they have value. So here are some things that I think that you can do to be able to help with your own imposter syndrome. According to science, and my handwriting here, one of the ways that networking can really help with your imposter syndrome, you can get validation from the things that you do while you're networking. So for example, you're going into an event, you're talking to somebody about what you do, just wait for the emotional response that they get when you're telling them what you do. That emotional response is going to trigger and affirm that what you're doing is actually of value. So the best way, I think, to be able to put that into practice is if you go to a speed networking event. You've got 25 people that have 2 minutes each to talk to them about what you do, and it's important to realize that you're going there to practice. Go and start testing out different ways of telling people what you do. You figure out very quickly what emotional response that they're getting from what you're saying, and then you build upon that per each person. We have questions from the audience. This came from Pamela, who works in marketing. Ashley, in your recent post, you asked me if there's anything I would like to hear about. Well, yes, I did. Thank you very much, Pamela. Over 70% of my clients are women. Several of them struggle with imposter syndrome. As we are working through the launch of a new website, updating LinkedIn pages, or taking their business to the next level, they seem to get stuck in these thoughts. One of my male clients has no problem stretching the truth about his company. Any hot tips on how to battle imposter syndrome? Impostersyndrome.com, and the subject matter expert lady is Dr. Valerie Young. She's an internationally recognized expert on imposter syndrome, so thank you, Dr. Valerie. Out of her top 10 tips, these are my top 3 that I really like that we want to talk about. Number 1 is breaking the silence. Shame keeps a lot of people from fessing up about their fraudulent feelings. Talk to other people about your feelings of imposter syndrome. Talk to other people about these feelings, otherwise it's gonna sit in your stomach and it's gonna be there until you stroke out. Perfectionism can indicate a healthy drive to excel. Don't obsess over everything at every time. Start celebrating these wins. Continuity. Forgive yourself when you make a mistake. Develop a new response to failure and mistake making. Instead of beating yourself up for being human and blowing the big project, do what professional athletes do and learn the value of a mistake and move on. Jeremy, we usually do something called What Bothers Me. But today, what we're gonna do is What Motivates Me. So, ladies, here's your call to action for this video. Tag your favorite boss in the comments. We want you to share this part of the clip to motivate her to make sure she's having a better day. Don't trade your authenticity for approval. Guess what? You don't have to ask for anyone's permission. You're doing great. If you stress too much about something before it happens, guess what? You're going through it twice. Women like you start revolutions simply by existing. Stop waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel and light that up yourself. I'm sweating. It's aggressive. Thank you everybody for watching the Ask Ashley Is This show. Make sure you tag and share and do all those fun social media things. And this episode is sponsored by Sport Fresh. Sport Fresh, freshly sport. Eliminates odors caused by sweat and moisture. I was told before this is not for my body, but this is for my bag. If you got a stinky bag, if you got stinky kids that you put in bag, if you got stinky shoes in bag, make sure you check out Sport Fresh at sportfresh.com. Sportfreshsports.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.